Millions of families and professionals will touch the child welfare system this year alone, and it's the same every year. And this is the truth. Our system is complicated, it's confusing, and it's difficult to navigate. I'm your host, Shanelle Dupree, and this is Navigating Child Welfare. Because I don't know anyone who has navigated a system confused and has achieved the best possible outcome. And the outcomes are not just simple metrics. We're talking about families, we're talking about communities, and we're talking about impacting generations. So hug your loved ones a little bit tighter and let's dive in to make connections, gain clarity, and navigate the child welfare system well. I was an administrator for a social service agency, and I was on a call with my boss, and it was tense. We were navigating staffing challenges again, but this time it was really at a crisis level. I was sharing concerns and asking for specific support to address an ongoing issue, and she quickly agreed. And so a few hours later, I followed up with my staff and I shared the support that we were being offered as a way to really navigate through this crisis. I thought that they would be so excited. Help is on the way. But they were not. They paused and with very deliberate intention said, "We spoke with staff and they told us that they are not interested in fake help." I paused. What is fake help? And they said, well, fake help is when the person who is offering their help gets to feel good about doing something, but when they leave, it actually makes our job harder. When I was pursuing support from my staff, I had forgotten to ask them what they needed, like what would be helpful for them. They were right. Fake help is not helpful. Someone signing up to do half of a job and then leaving it unfinished for someone else to do really doubles their workload and stress level. So I ended up having direct conversations with staff, and I found out specifically what would be helpful. I went back to my boss and I shared those findings as well. She too had to take a pause, but she recouped very quickly and said, okay, let's do it. And it's something when you find out that the thing that you've been doing to help or support or meet the needs of someone isn't actually helpful. But we do this all the time because we mistakenly believe a few things. We think, number one, we can fix problems without involving the people who are impacted. You can't. I can't. We have to ask the folks impacted to truly understand what the problem is and then co-create solutions. Number two, sometimes the solutions come with just listening. So at times we can make a solution so complex, so layered, but if we just listen, the solution is actually much simpler than we could have imagined. And then number three, we try to automate everything, which takes out the human touch. So I was in a meeting and we were talking about finding out the reasons why foster parents and kinship parents and, resource parents, whatever you call them, stop being foster parents. And a lot of agencies do surveys when someone leaves to gather feedback. But most of the agencies admitted that the survey response rate was really low. So they're really not finding out the reason. But one agency shared, we just call people and have a conversation. And their response level was way higher than the folks that just continue to send out surveys. Because when you just pick up the phone and have a conversation, you find out a lot of things. And so I get it. Everyone's busy, but connecting with people is irreplaceable. We can't automate our way out of connecting with people. We have to make time for it, which is why I offer the 360-degree workshop for organizations looking to do a few things. So an organization would decide that they want to offer the 360 workshop for reason number one. When your organization is really trying to solve a specific problem a group is experiencing, perhaps it's within your organization or with another group of people. So this can be an example of an organization offering a service and they find out that a lot of people aren't taking advantage of it, or when they do, they quit. And there seems to be a really high level of dissatisfaction, of distrust, and misalignment. It's like people don't really understand what the other person is doing. You thought that the service would be helpful, but it's not landing in the way that you imagine. And then number two, when you want a better working relationship with another entity or organization. So it's not that there's a specific problem, but there is a lack of shared understanding of the other entity's needs and responsibilities, and it's starting to create some friction. So we could see this with perhaps a foster care agency and hospitals, or between a domestic violence advocacy center and courts. Like, what conversation needs to happen so organizations can work in and around and with each other to better serve families. And then number three, when your organization is asking people to do something or to serve in some capacity in the family and child welfare system. So I've seen this done well, and I've seen this done not very well. So when the federal law changed, Family First went into effect, which really shifted how states could spend federal dollars. Before, a lot of the money could only be spent once a child was actually in foster care. But everyone realized that it's too late, right? We need to be able to spend these monies for prevention services. And so that's what Family First, one of the things that Family First was able to do. You can spend federal dollars on prevention services. This is amazing. This is great. But what are the prevention services in your state, and are they ready? So what we did is we essentially set up many workshops and conferences across the state of Kansas to gather information real time on what services were available and what resources were needed. And what is the readiness of organizations within the area to move forward? Because you can't just launch an entirely new program and not prepare the people around you to actually meet the need. And so our 360-degree family and child welfare workshops can meet these needs of your organization. Because if you're trying to solve a problem without having conversations, it will end up as fake help and in frustration. So there's a simple way to start. All you need to do is take the 360-degree assessment found on the Sinking Child Welfare website. We are passionate and committed to helping you simplify the system and reclaim time and peace of mind, because it involves connecting intentionally with the goals I mentioned above. Number one, your organization is trying to solve a specific problem a group is experiencing within your organization or with another group of people. Number two, you want to work better with other agencies and entities within the family and child welfare system. And then number three, your organization is asking people to do something or serve in some capacity in the family and child welfare system. You have to prepare the people. So let's quickly make it clear how to move forward with purpose and intentionality. Take the assessment today and reach out to schedule a workshop.